Welcome to JSA TV and JSA Podcasts, the newsroom for telecom and data center professionals. I'm Barb Mitchell, coming to you from Data Cloud Global Congress 2021. Joining me today, I'm pleased to present to you Dennis Chan, AVP of OTT and ICT, as well as Marcelo Brescia, Manager for OTT and Edge Ecosystems International Business. Both of these gentlemen are from HGC Global Communications. Thank you so much, Dennis and Marcelo, for joining us. Welcome to JSA TV.
Thanks for having us.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, and so I wanted to start with a question for you, Dennis. Specifically, HGC aims to create a game-changing business ecosystem for global OTTs, ISPs, and edge platforms. And it aims also to bring the best end-user experience to customers with the next-gen edge infrastructure. So could you please just start for us by elaborating more on the collaboration strategy supporting OTTs, fast scaling up, globalization, and new Southeast Asia market penetration?
Sure. So, HGC is working for like the OTT company, so-called internet company for like more than 15 years already. So in the new technology like 5G or like the AI or machine learning, you always have to create an ecosystem to have the edge, to build the edge to support the end user, the new use case, right? From HGC point of view, we are always helping the OTT company to how to collaboration for the local, so-called the eyeball, and also the how to help them to build the edge system, including data center or a cloud solution in different location. So our strategy is we need to move ahead of the trend, right? Especially in Southeast Asia, the population is so young. So we can see that, especially for OTT, when they're moving in the 5G environment, they need to have a lot of new low latency use case. For example, cloud gaming, right? That kind of things. You need to have very fast access from the mobile device to the cloud. And then the latency is talking about like 15 milliseconds, right? So what we can do is we are already working with multiple overseas, especially in Southeast Asia, for different MNO and ISP to collaboration with them to connect all the eyeball in a single location with ultra low latency. And then once OTT, they want to penetrate in the market, they just need to plug and play their service or their servers in our edge platform. Immediately, they can start to sell their services. So this is what we always want to move ahead of the market, especially when OTT need us, we can step in immediately.
Marcelo, I'm wondering if you could maybe expand on a couple of things that Dennis touched on around specifically, sectors like gaming, that are so rapidly growing, it's such a fast-paced gaming, VR, esports. How does HGC's edge infrastructure boost the latency-sensitive use cases for these types of industries?
Yes, thanks for this question. So to foster this kind of application, and as Dennis said, in Asia we have such a huge and young population that they are accessing to this kind of gaming experiences. In fact, we talk about digital experiences of the users, of the eyeballs. HGC is upgrading the infrastructure and the network to make sure that the latency, first of all, is lower. And of course, when there is gaming, like it can be a tournament of esports or even simple gamer who's is behind the screen, and is fully immersed in that experience, the network cannot be down. So there are very high level SLA to to respect, to comply with, and our expertise is that even if we are based, our HQ is in Hong Kong. We have local personnel in all the major countries. In fact, we have 23 offices overseas. And colleagues, they help us to build this ecosystem to make sure that the network is stable, the latency is lower, and of course the relationship that we have with the last mile operator is well maintained, and everything happens smooth on the operational side. And besides that, we are looking, this year, and also actually started from last year, we see the emerging world of the metaverse. So the metaverse is the a virtual world where any activities the users take in this virtual world have consequences in the real world. So in the past, we also did a webinar with Aglet, which is a gaming application that is called the Pokemon Go of the sneakers. So you can log into a hub and enjoy this virtual reality world, and you can actually, it's retail, gaming, and virtual reality all in the same platform. So that's what is the trend we are seeing, and we are working to make sure that this happens soon and fast.
Interesting. I'm curious too, what role the telco's edge plays in the edge computing ecosystem. Dennis, maybe you can take this question, and further to that, will in-country network densification be the trend, or are there others?
Yeah, thank you. So maybe I can remind a little bit. Even though before this edge terminology coming out, we have been helping the OTT company to build the overseas. At that time, we call it POP, right? Overseas POP of POP. So basically, edge is not something totally new for us. We worked on it for more than 10, 15 years ago. So for the new edge coming in, so our role is we are always doing, as I say, always ahead of the market, right? We want to step in a little bit. In the past, we do a lot of infrastructure, equipment, racks, connectivities, IP transit, eyeball, GPL, that kind of things, right? But in the edge, we are aimed to work with the hyperscale company to build up a more sophisticated, so-called the vertical, right? For example, for the use case for gaming, can we build up edge cloud gaming server? That's the gaming company moving in, they can immediately utilize our services. This is what we want to play in a more deep role in terms of the edge ecosystem. And in terms of the in-country, it's a very good question. HGC, we're headquartered in Hong Kong, but actually we are a US company, right? You know that. And actually we are heavily investing so-called in the in-country, a lot of local resources outside Hong Kong. I can't tell the detailed investment plan, but we are one of the heavy investment in overseas, especially Southeast Asia, no matter for the network and also for the data center. We are expanding extremely fast. And then this is the key for the OTT to build the edge, because without the in-country local network data center resources, the edge cannot be built without that ingredients.
So interesting. And yeah, it's interesting to hear all of those connections that you have. And I'm curious also, I mean, we've talked so much about gaming. It's great to hear how well established you are in supporting that industry, that sector. I'm wondering, Marcelo, if you could tell us a bit. I understand that you have a one-stop solution to support gaming companies with their new, as they're penetrating new markets and considering things like network, data center, cloud, et cetera. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, thanks, Barb. So, as you said, the one-stop shop solution that we provide is, in few words, really putting together all the bits and pieces to make sure that the best solution is delivered to customer, right? As Dennis mentioned, we heard now for several years the word edge and what is about putting the processing power near to the users. Yes, correct. but who's behind that to harmonize everything, right? So we talk with the data center operator, with the cloud, with the CDN, to make sure that the customers are has the right solution to save the capex and focus on the opex and the market penetration. So the advantage that we have is that being Asian, mostly Asian focused, because we have network spanning all over the world, allows these companies that lack of expertise regionally to come here in Asia and find a trust partner to go to the market. And at the same time, we see from the supply side, so for example, for data centers, they also want to diversify their clientele base in their, for example, data centers. So we spend our days talking with several players in the ecosystem and really putting all the tools together to deliver the best solution. So we can say that we position ourselves as a system integrator into this kind of ecosystem. And no matter the size of the company, it can be startup. Sometimes we speak with startups that are emerging during the pandemic, like virtual gym, that they are very few employees that have great ideas. We're always willing to talk to them, all the way to big internet giants that even if they have strong resources, they still need a partner to go to the market in country and to comply with the regulations and all the paperwork.
Well, thank you so much. This has been so interesting. I really appreciate you taking the time with us today to talk through some of these things. And for any of our viewers who may want to learn more or connect with you, where can they go?
Oh, I think the best location they can search for this edge information is go to hgc.com.hk. And then if you are even more information, you can talk to us. Just click inside the marketing material, and then you can email and contact us. And then myself and Marcelo is more than happy to share more with you how we help the gaming company OTT to build up the edge solution in overseas.
Fantastic. So hgc.com/HK. And of course, Dennis and Marcelo here are willing and able and ready to talk to any and all of you who want to reach out. So thank you so much. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in to JSA TV and JSA podcasts. Happy networking.